heard the raspy voice of Glenda's friend Delpha, an echo of Frankie's. "She's up there, Glenda. Frankie knows." "I know too," Glenda said, and then she raised her voice and said, "I'm not kidding, Mab. Stop whatever you're doing up there right now." Mab leaned in, holding onto the glue with one hand and the flute with the other, and looked Frankie right in the eye. "This flute is going in that hand, Bird," she told him, serious as death. "Do not get between me and my work." Frankie watched her for a minute, his eyes steady and bright with intelligence, and then he cawed again, the sound going down Mab's spine like a rasp, and flapped off. "Okay, then." Mab checked for the side of the flute with the broken metal rod on it, reached up and squirted a generous shot of glue into the hole in the Fun-Fun's palm, and slotted the broken rod into it. She held it for 60 seconds, ignoring demands to quit from down below, and then wiggled it a little to see if it had set. The flute clicked, the sound sharp in the night, as if the metal rod had moved into place, engaging a gear or something. "What the hell?" she thought. "Okay, that's it," Glenda said, the brightness gone from her voice. "I'm coming up there." At 65, Glenda was probably in better shape than Mab was at 39, but it was dark, and Glenda liked a cocktail or three after 6, and while she was often annoying, Mab didn't want her dead, so... "Hold on." Mab capped her glue and put it in her paint bag, and eased her way down the turquoise and blue striped carousel roof to peer over the edge, gripping the gold scalloped trim as insurance. Glenda stood on the flagstone below in the spotlight cast from the lamp on Mab's hat, one hand on her capri-clad hip, the other waving a cigarette, her spiky white hair glowing over her pink Angora sweater. Beside her, ancient black-eyed little Delpha looked up from under lowered brows, her improbably black hair slicked down on both sides of her sunken face like 2 strokes of black paint over a skull, the rest of her swathed in a dark blue shawl that blended into the night. Frankie flapped down to sit on Delpha's shoulder. Death's parrot, Mab thought. "Glenda, I'm almost done." "Done?" Glenda smiled up at her, clearly tense for some reason. "But honey, you shouldn't be doing anything up there." Somebody staggered out of the night and lurched into Glenda, who bumped into Delpha, who stumbled back and dislodged Frankie, who went for the staggerer, who screamed and batted at him. Frankie flapped up to sit on the edge of the carousel roof beside Mab, and the guy looked up. Mab saw brown hair, bleary eyes, and a dense 5 o'clock shadow over an orange Bengals shirt. Drunk Dave, one of the beer pavilion regulars who should have been out of the park when it had closed 45 minutes before. He'd probably stumbled off to pee in the trees that rimmed the island and gotten lost. Again. "What's that?" Drunk Dave squinted up at her, and Mab realized that to him she was just a big light in the black sky. "This is God, Dave. Go home, sober up, get a job, and never get drunk again or you'll go to hell." Drunk Dave's mouth dropped open, making him look even more slack-jawed than usual. "Go home, Dave. The park's closed," Glenda said, tiredly, and looked back up at Mab. "I need to talk to you. Quit what you're doing and come down now." Drunk Dave gaped at her. "You talking to God?" He squinted up at Mab again, and then light dawned in his pasty face. "That's not God. Is that you, Red?" "No," Mab lied. "Okay," Drunk Dave said, and staggered on. "Calm down, Mab, and we'll walk you back to the Dream Cream," Glenda said. "It's not safe for you to wander around alone." "I've been walking around this park alone for months, and now you tell me it's not safe?" "Well, there's Dave." "I can take care of Drunk Dave with one hand wrapped around Fun-Fun." "And there's Danger." Glenda waved her cigarette around vaguely. "It's October." "Right, the dangerous month." Mab shook her head, which made the light from the lamp on her hat swing wildly, and then she crawled back up the striped metal roof. The park people were just odd, that was all there was to it. Probably came from living on the grounds. You lived full-time in Dreamland, you got strange. "Mab, get down here right now." "I'm coming." She fastened the flap on her work bag, made her way back to the ladder on the opposite side of the carousel, and climbed down to the flagstones that covered most of the park. Tomorrow she'd come out in the daylight and see the carousel wood Fun-Fun in all its finished glory, and then she'd move on to the fortune-telling machine. Something hard ran into her, and she lost her hat as she went down and smacked her head on the stone. "Ouch," she said, and grabbed her hat and put it back on.